This is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is a process video for Confessions of the Paper Addict Cut File Shop, where I am going to be using the Build a Poinsettias cut file and then the negative to one of the other ones that I have done throughout my series. I really like how this one looks, so you're going to see how I'm going to place that on one of my layouts, or like one of my background pieces like this. I'm going to add it in there, and this is going to be the second to the last layout of what I'm doing with my trip that we went to Asheville. This is of my husband, so I am going to use some Shimmers Gold for the middle of the poinsettias. I'm going to do Shimmers Evergreen for the green. The middle pieces are going to be Buddy's Best Color, and then the other pieces are going to be Rose Gold Red for the rest of it. So we're going to do some painting first. And then I'm going to come in with the word memories from Colorcast Designs. Probably use some of these hearts. And then I did get in the December collection from Spiegelbaum Scraps, that if you want to purchase that as well, along with everything else, I'll link everything down below, which is festive. And that matches the colors that I'm using. So let's kind of see how this is going to go. I am going to do a little bit of this in real time just so that you can kind of see, and then we will speed this up because I know this is going to take quite a bit. So when you get the shimmerings in, all you have to do is color it up just like I am, and it will get the color going. And because I have used this quite a bit, it has settled because I really only use this color during Christmas time. So what I want to do is that I'm going to just color this in because I really want this middle one to pop out, because the other ones are going to be sprayed, and when you spray, the colors are going to be not as bright, and so I wanted to put the brighter color in the middle of my poinsettias, and I just wanted to get different color tones, because a lot of poinsettias are just different colors in general because of the way the flowers are made, you know, or they grow, I should say, not made, but grow. Now, I know that this particular one is kind of running out of some oomph in there, and don't be afraid to add just a little bit of water to get it a little bit runny, but it not too much. I just do like 1 or 2 squirts of mine, and there it spreads on a little bit more and a little bit easier, which is okay. So I hope that you guys have been enjoying my channel. I know that I had a little bit of a break in mine because you guys know that I'm a teacher, so when I film this and you guys get this up on my channel, I will have one full day and a half day. My half day consists of my holiday party for my kiddos. We call them holiday parties just in case if a parent gets upset because we use, you know, the word Christmas. So we just keep it generic and we say that it's our winter break holiday party. And so my theme every year that my kids get, if you are in my homeroom classroom, and it is only my homeroom because we don't swap students. So my counterpart teacher does her themed, and then I do mine. So my students that are in my homeroom, they get a choice between a movie they want to watch. They get to make an ornament that I provide and get all the stuff for. And then I order, the parents donate some snacks. And then I purchase Chick-fil-A sliders and hot cocoa bombs. And that is my gift from my family to them. Look how gorgeous that is. I love that. And every year it's funny, I listen to my husband. He's like, every year, we do this every year. What do we get in return? Well, about 95% of my kids go and get me Starbucks gift cards. So I'm good for like a good couple weeks of going to Starbucks on, on their parents' gift. Because everybody knows that when I'm at school, I got to have at least 1 cup of coffee. And they know that before they can start any of their antics, that my cup has to be gone first. But, no, it's always been my gift to my homeroom class. So we just separated our students. So I started out the year with 31 students. One had PCS because I do live by the installation. And then I was at 30. Then right at Thanksgiving time, we were able to hire in our 4th grade teacher. And so then now our classes are down to my morning homeroom, which is my homeroom, is at 24 students. And my counterpart teacher's classroom is at 23. She was at 25, and then when it came around Thanksgiving, we had another 2 move or transfer schools or whatever. So she's at that amount. So we are down typically to where we were last year. Last year I ended up with 25 students, 25 and 26. So we were kosher with that. That's easy to handle. And honestly, we were getting easy to handle the 30 students because she had 30 with a ton of boys, but my classroom, it was 30 with more girls. So she gets the girls in the afternoon and I get the boys in the afternoon. So it evens itself out just a little bit. So that's what the red will look like once I get done. Now I am going to roll with the evergreen on these leaves. And as you can tell, I have really used this, and I should have gotten another one of these, and I didn't. I'm going to have to make my list and get this in. So if you hear my husband in the background, because my door is semi-open, you'll hear him doing stuff on the walls with our dog. So I don't want you to think somebody's just banging on our house and I'm ignoring. So if you hear that mess, sorry. But there's that one. And then the rest of the flowers I'm going to sped up in real time. We're going to let this dry. And then we'll get to the process video. So just make sure that you go check out, while I'm painting here, make sure you go check out Confessions of the Paper Addict Cut File Shop. She released about 40 new cut files for this year's Christmas collection, or this Christmas release. And she has, I would say, roughly a little over 100 like holiday Christmassy, because she releases a good amount every year. So I would say she's probably up to probably about 200 now, I would say, since I've been with her from the very, 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 very beginning. And I would say she's got to be about 200, maybe even over 200 at this point. But make sure that you go check out all of that and check out her Facebook group. I will have all of that information linked down below. She is just an amazing lady, an amazing small business owner, and I just love everything about her cut files and how easy they are to cut, to paint, all of that fun stuff. You guys have seen me manipulate it with deco foiling, painting with tons of shimmers, distress oxides, all of that fun stuff. And ooh, I got, my finger must have had some red on it. Get that covered up. There. So now we're going to clean this part up, and I want to get that sprayed with this color, and then we'll come back together and look at this. All right, so I wanted to go as quick as possible on this section, so I sped this up. So I'm just spraying it with the Rose Gold Rose from Shimmer's Paints to give it a different color. So I did talk it through on that other part of how I painted the others as I was talking. I decided that I cut this down just a little bit, and then unfortunately I kind of put it on crooked. So I try to even itself out. I know it's going to drive me nutto, but I got it done. There was nothing I could do. Because of how thin this was, I ended up cutting out some more of it so that I could at least get a black background on it, and hopefully it'll kind of make it even of the mistake that I made. So here I decided, since everything else is green, like my background is green, I went in and found red colors for the borders of my photos. Now the two photos are of when Josh and I were in the I think it's called the Botanical Garden section of the Biltmore, and he was getting tired of me taking photos of him, so here are the faces that we got. And remember that this was back in 2021, so yes, we still had to wear the you-know-whats and all of that, and it didn't bother Josh and I any. To us, it is what it is. So this is the second to the last photo or like layout that I am doing. I have one more set that is like the complimentary page, if you want to call it, to this section, and then we are done, and I can go into 2022's as much as I possibly can. So now I'm putting these together, and the thing is that I wanted to kind of make sure that the different color tones were there. I really like the way these actually turned out. I like putting these two colors. So the shimmers are Buddy's favorite color, which is the red, and then the green is called Evergreen. And then I do come in with the gold Christmas cheer, and along with my Pops of Color gold to add like the centerpieces, and I get them to go really like around the circle. You see how I really get it to, like, I guess, become a middle, right? The vibes that I sprayed, it is called Rose Gold Red. Sorry about that. And then the goldy color that I'm using right now that you're seeing me kind of add to the middle of the poinsettias are Christmas cheer. So make sure that while you're seeing me kind of put some of this down, make sure that you go check out Confessions of the Paper Attic Cut File Shop. She does have a 40% off sale going on right now. So when this goes up or when this is live, there is that, and all that information will be linked down below for you. Yeah, and then I will end up with one of the new collections for Spiegelmom Scraps. Make sure that you go check out that. That'll be linked down below as well. And then obviously my little acrylic piece is from Colorcast Designs. Make sure that you go check that out as well. All of that will be linked down below. If the word memories is not available, she has a ton of other things. I do know that this collection that she did sold out like quickly. But yeah, and I'm just going through everything and I'm adding. I really like this pop of green. It like pops off this page compared to the green that's in the back. It just works out really well. I love it. And I don't do anything else. Like, my ephemera is these poinsettias. I just wanted it this. because I feel like they're just super gorgeous. And then I do come in with some hearts that you see, and then the Shimmers paints, or not the Shimmers paints, the Spiegel Mom scraps. And then that is it. As I'm finishing up this voiceover, I am on my second, well, today was the second to the last day of school for the year. And then obviously we do come back in January. You guys know that. But I will be on winter break when this goes up, or I will be on my last day of school, which is a half day. We have our Christmas party that night too. That I decided to torture myself to go with. You guys know, I like to stick to my normal, and going to Christmas parties and things like that is definitely not my husband's and I normal, but I make it work. So I added the hearts. You see that I added it in 3 different spots, and then I am just dabbing all of the spots where I want the sequence to go. And this one is called Festive, and it matches really well to any holiday collection that you want to pull in. I'm even going to be using this when I start doing my photos for 2022. I got Paige Evans collection. Yeah, Paige Evans, and that matches too. I really love how it turns out. Let's see here. I'm just kind of going through and adding all the sequence. I know that this is a really long video, so if you made it to this end, please hit the like and subscribe button. Typically mine do not last this long, and if you are here, I am so grateful that you are. So make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. I do upload between 2 to 3 times a week. December's is just a crazy month. I go really heavy, and I try to get as much as I possibly can done. I had to take a little bit of break because obviously I was going to school doing school, finishing up this school year for like the holiday break, and then there's that. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Lastly, I do add snow onto those poinsettias just to add a little bit of that wintry feel. The still shots are here. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family. And I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.